Okay, so hey guys, we're going to present you our project. So in this video, you will see a few ads that we created, obviously a definition of our concept, and then the whole marketing strategy that goes behind it. But first, we're going to explain how we got to this point.
Well, on the first stage, we were all talking about different things that were interesting for us, and one of the things that appeared was the subject of cars, because we were about to go to Lake Simcoe on a trip, and we needed to rent 4 cars for 20 different persons, and that's how we actually came up with the idea of investing time and effort on researching about cars and how it affected the students.
Later on, through some investigation we did, some marketing research, we wanted to focus on connectivity with the car, being able to know the car situation in every moment, even though you're not driving it, on your phone telling you how much mileage the car might have, knowing the tire pressure. So basically knowing what's going on with your car before you actually rent it. We came out with the insight that millennials don't want to buy a car because it's too much of a financial responsibility for the times in which we live today. We don't really know where we're going to be in a couple of years from today, especially now that we're going to start to enter into the labor force, and maybe our companies are going to tell us that we need to move to a faraway city. We wouldn't want to have a car that we don't use and be paying for the tax and its insurance. So that was the insight which we found that was the most, the one we could push the most to something that was useful.
Yep. And then after that insight, we were wondering, okay, where would we start to offer a car sharing service which would actually fit the bill perfectly with that insight? And then after some brainstorming, we realized that Barcelona was a great city, and there's many reasons for this. One of them is because Barcelona, the city council, wants to reduce CO2 by 40% by 2020 or 2025 in respect to 2005. And then also in the city of Barcelona, when you compare it with the Spanish capital, which would be Madrid, we have way fewer alternatives. So actually, like, the city of Madrid has 5 providers of car sharing services, whereas in Barcelona we only have 1, and it's stationary car sharing. So it's not free floating. That means that you have to go from point A to point B, back to point A. So you're renting the car for the whole time, and you're paying for extra money that you shouldn't be spending, plus the car cannot be used by another customer while you're not using it, which implies that you actually need more cars, so it replaces less cars. Furthermore, 95% of the time, cars, like private vehicles, are parked. And in Barcelona, we have 640,000 drivers, which would be our potential target. All right, so as I was mentioning, with the stationary car service, that replaces 13 vehicles per stationary car share. Whereas with our car sharing service, the free floating, in Berlin, for example, it replaces 125 vehicles per vehicle. So it has
per vehicle.
So 125 people use 1 car, which is way more efficient than the alternative, right? So it's obviously better. So you may be wondering, okay, if there's 5 providers in Madrid, why isn't there any in Barcelona? Well, that is because of regulation. So there is no regulation regarding parking on the street for free, as in Madrid, with electric vehicles that are car shared. However, in Barcelona, electric vehicles do park for free, just that you need to get a ticket every 2 hours, which it's obviously a barrier for
annoying.
us. Yeah, it's annoying. It's just hard for us to solve, right? Also, we have, so more positive things for Barcelona would be, for this service in Barcelona, would be that the taxi regulations are very hard, which means that Uber, for example, has problems accessing our city, and thus is more expensive than a perfectly like a demand and supply would dictate. Therefore, well, yeah. And then, so our research has shown that number 1 priority of people using car, like any sharing economy, is to save money, and number 2 is to reduce CO2 consumption of that person, which leads to considering that this is a great option to be more effective. Furthermore, Barcelona has a private network of car lots, which is owned by the city council, which is called BSM. And they offer a service that is 62 euros every 7 days, and you can literally like move the car around all the parking lots with in and out privileges, and it's super affordable. So it was also like we would have like good economies there. So yeah, that is why Barcelona, and we really hope that you like our project.
Enjoy your presentation.
Yeah. Show my ass. Perfect. I don't know why I'm.
Hello, I'm Ignacio Marcet, CEO of Electric Car Share. Here in ECS, we provide a car sharing service in which you pick up the nearest car to you and drive it into the closest parking to your destination. That's simple. This way, you save money, and most importantly, you save time. With ECS, you won't have to waste your time finding a parking spot or worry about paying for it. Of course, since we only provide Teslas, you won't have to worry about gas, which isn't only bad for the environment, but it is also bad for your economy. While driving our Teslas, you will enjoy a ride with the latest technologies any vehicle can offer. Furthermore, you won't have to worry about any mechanical issues, since we will take care of that for you. With today's globalized world, you never know where life will take us. We might have to move to a different city, different country, even a different continent. Hell, who knows? Maybe in the future, even a different planet. And we don't want you to own a car that you don't even use, in a city in which you don't even live, to tie you up to a place where you don't want to be. Of course, if you were to share your ride with your colleagues, you will guarantee pay way less than if you were to take the public transport. Make the smart choice. Move to ECS, because sharing isn't only cheaper, it's faster.
Okay, so now let's talk about our marketing strategy. So first, our target. Okay, so for now, our target is the population of Barcelona, but in the future, we're hoping to expand to different cities and maybe different countries. We are targeting younger people because it's the population that is keen on innovation and connected objects. Within a few years, automatization will be implanted, and then we will be able to target people who cannot drive. Our positioning is really simple. We want to be an eco-friendly brand. We also want to be innovative and also a premium brand as we're offering electric cars. Now let's talk about our brand name. Our brand name is ECS, which stands for Electric Car Sharing. Our slogan is really simple, because sharing is not only cheaper, it's also faster. We want you to see us, our brand, as eco-friendly, convenient and affordable. And this is why we think our company will be successful. First, Barcelona offers limited parking, which can be a pain for drivers. Then, pollution needs to be reduced in most city centers. In Barcelona, free-floating car sharing must be electric. We were thinking about doing partnership with some parking lots in Barcelona in order to give our customers free parking spots. Then our pricing strategy is pretty good. We try to adapt to our competitors and to what our customer wanted. And finally, we want to have cars available within 500 meters to our customers.
So after downloading our app, this is the first image that will come to your phone, which is, first of all, our logo, our slogan, and most importantly, what will always greet you when you open the app. An easy app to use when you need transportation. Now, after getting inside our app, the first thing that will appear will be your login user, then the different payment options and the money you have on your payment options, the different trips you have done, and the settings so you can edit yourself our app in the way you want it. Thirdly, this is the most important part. This is our map. This is where we are going to be able to show you the different services we have available in a radius of maximum 500 meters away from your current location. And this is a really intuitive way of getting a new car from our app, which is you just tap it on it and this screen will appear where it will show you the car you're choosing, its license plate, reserve option, start option, where is it located, and most especially how much is it gonna cost per minute, which is and will always be 30 cents per minute. Now we will show you our ads, which will be Instagram ads and a TV ad will be launched before we launch our application on App Store or Android.
Yeah, that's what I said. Can we do it at the end
Of course we're
of the
gonna have
presentation?
bloopers. Hello. Car sharing service. Car sharing service.
I'm not gonna be as fun as you, not sure.
You have to do the what Joey does, like the whoever watches Friends in the class will just start laughing.
Okay, do it. How do you say your city?
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Loose. Where's the loose? Waste. Waste or loose? What do you prefer? With this ES, you won't have to. Fuck, I don't even understand my writing. Well, driving our Teslas. No!